Good afternoon, everybody. I'm back for another beer review. Last time I did the Dogfish Head Chicory Stout. I have a couple of other Dogfish Head styles that I like, and I know this one has been done a bunch of times. I'm sure if you watch a lot of beer reviews on YouTube, then you probably have seen at least one of these. But I have the Dogfish Head 60-minute IPA, and again, I know that's one of their more common beers. It's also one of the ones that people tend to like a lot. So I'm gonna do a quick beer review for this one. I admittedly wasn't that big of an IPA fan when I started homebrewing. I've only been homebrewing for going on about a year now, a little over a year, and you know, I guess a lot like a lot of people who haven't been very adventurous in their drinking, I didn't like a lot of different styles. I kind of like, you know, Yingling. I drank that, and that was pretty much it until I got into homebrewing and started experimenting with a lot of different styles. And you know, when people say, "Oh, do you like bitter beer? Or is it? Are you a bitter beer fan?" That always to me had negative connotations. Probably because in most commercials and things for beer, it's always, "Oh, you know, you don't want bitter beer." And going into my first IPA, I figured, you know, oh, this is going to be disgusting. Who likes bitter beer? And I was really surprised at how much I did like it. And it's not all about bitterness, which I found especially true with the Dogfish Head 60-minute IPA. So let me read the label for you. It just says continually hopped India Pale Ale, and I have their website up. I'm going to just quickly read. The 60-minute IPA is continuously hopped, more than 60 hop additions over a 60-minute boil. And as many of you probably know, they also have the 90-minute IPA and the 120-minute IPA. I've not tried either of those yet, though I probably will eventually do a 90-minute IPA review. The 120-minute IPA, I don't think I could get my hands on that. I live far enough away from their brewery that I don't get the really rare stuff, but close enough that I can get some of it. 60-minute is brewed with a slew of great Northwestern hops, a powerful but balanced East Coast IPA with a lot of citrusy hop character. It's a session beer for the hardcore enthusiasts. 60-minute IPA has 60 IBUs, 6.0 ABV. It's boiled for 60 minutes with 60 hop additions, so where the name comes from. I'm going to pop this open and get it poured. Again, I have my Brewing TV pint glass. Always pours with a nice head. Nice off golden color. It's really, but by the way, I apologize for the color of the video this time. It's a very rainy, gloomy day. I don't have much lighting in here, and I know it's hard for you to really get a good sense of the color, but it's a nice golden orange tinted color, very clear, beautiful soapy white head on it that really does stick around for quite a while. Usually nice lacing on here, and I have had this before. This I actually have a case of it downstairs that's about half gone now, but I love this beer. It really is. I mean, I'm going into it a little biased, I guess, because I already know that I like this beer a lot. I won't buy a case of something that I don't like a lot. You really do get that citrusy, grassy, floral aroma from all the hops that are in there, and that's what surprised me about this beer, about an IPA in general, because like I said, most people are just, they talk about the bitterness, but what this has is so much aroma and flavor of the citrus and little bit of grassiness, and the floral aromas and tastes. It's just very good. And right away, as soon as you drink this, the first thing you get, the hops. And I don't have up on here what specific hops they are, but it's not a sweet beer. It's you know, it's more on the dry side, but the hop character almost makes it seem sweet. That citrusy floral taste. It's almost as if it was a sweet beer, but it's not. Nice dry crisp finish, very thirst quenching. I can have a few of these in a sitting. You know, the 6.0 alcohol by volume isn't too killer. It doesn't. You could definitely sit down and have a few of these. Not a thin body by any means, but certainly not heavy either. It's a nice balance. It goes down easy, thirst quenching, and again, the bitterness level, it's not what you would expect, I guess, or maybe what a novice or someone who doesn't know or hasn't had a lot of IPAs might expect. They might think to find an overly bitter beer. But really, this just kind of, it hits the back of the tongue. It sticks around, the bitterness. Sticks around a little bit. It's not overpowering, and it definitely lets the other characteristics of the hops come through. And not off-putting at all. I would really suggest that if you've never had an IPA, that you at least give this one a shot. Yeah, I mean, and it's just a good beer. I mean, you can't really go wrong with this, even if you're not a big IPA fan. And like I said, I've had this a number of times. You can see that the lacing there definitely kind of sticks around. There's even a little bit of head left. I like to drink this a little less than fridge temperature, so I like to let them sit out a bit, let those hop flavors kind of come through. If you drink it too cold, you might get more of the bitterness and a little less of the hop character that I've been talking about. And like I said, I already know I like this beer. I have to give it a 5 out of 5 beer mugs. And again, there's no scientific way that I'm doing this. It's if I like the beer. If I would buy a case of it, which I do, if I would sit down and have a few of them, that's, you know, that's a 5-star, 5-mug beer to me. And that's how these reviews are going to go. Can I drink them? Do I want to sit down and continue to drink them? Will I buy it again in the future? Those are going to be the higher rated beers. I'm going to cut it off here because it's at 8 minutes. I keep trying to get it down to the 5 minute mark, but fail miserably. Oh. I do have some cool stuff coming up that I want to talk about. I'm going to be making my first beer starter. I wanted to talk about beer starters for homebrewing, washing yeast, reusing yeast after you make a batch, making a honey Kolsch beer this coming weekend with my brother. That's the next thing we're going to brew. And I have a 50-foot stainless steel wort chiller coming through the mail. It's supposed to arrive today. I'm really excited about it. Can't wait to see that. So I might do an unboxing of the wort chiller. I'd like to talk about the yeast washing and all that. But for now, I'll sign off. Hope you enjoyed this beer review. Again, 5 beer mugs for the Dogfish Head 60-minute IPA. Have a good one.